my name is Sheil, the Rabbi from another planet. Please like, share, and subscribe, and ring the little bell. Ring the little bell so you're notified when new videos drop. So I'm always fascinated when people just blatantly lie. Right? It does. Always, never fails to fascinate me. You go, wow, that's absolutely incredible. So, let me just bring up to speed. There's a show called Doctor. I quite like Doctor. In fact, I would go further and say I adore. A couple of years ago, they changed. They had the lead actor in Doctor. A couple of years ago, they cast Jodie Whittaker as the first to play the role. And she's also the first moron as well, by the looks of it. She's done a terrible job. It's just chock full of identity politics and lecturing, and it's dour and it's boring, and it hasn't done very well. It's done unbelievably badly. It's done, I think, worse. I would say this is the worst Doctor ever done. There's a couple of episodes that got lower ratings. I don't think it's really a comparison from was it 89. But still, again, those ratings were that got those episodes got bad ratings on Battlefield. The ratings were on an incline at the time. The current series rating is on a bit of a nosedive. So we got the ratings out for the new. Heaven forfend, we should. I don't know, tacitly acknowledge God. I say Christmas is a biblical holiday, so therefore, I really think that's what goes through their heads. They're absolute freaking crazy. So it's done very bad. It did better than I thought it would. Right? It did better. It's probably one of the best on the BBC in general. Is on a death, a absolute death spiral. So anyway, we're going to be looking at the how this is spun by Doctor Who magazine. God bless him. Look, he's got a job to do. I think he has to, in some way, spin this positively to not incur the ire of Chris Chibnall, the Cardiff office. That's about that. Or maybe he's just delusional. I don't know. Who knows? Or anyway, we're going to be reading their incredible spin. Like, whoa, it's going to make your head spin. It's crazy. We're going to read their incredible spin to say how this isn't an absolute disaster. But before we get there, can you hit the like button? Right? Can you hit that like button? I like you hitting the like button, and I hope you like it too. That'll be good. Hit the share button. Yeah, everybody should know. Everybody should know the inner thoughts of the Rabbi. I can't disagree with you there. Mostly hit the subscribe button. Thank you very much if you subscribe. Make sure you're still subscribed. I'm getting close to 2,800 subscribers. I'm about 25 out. If you haven't subscribed, you can hit the subscribe button. Thank you very much. That's really unbelievably helpful. We thank you to subscribers. You can enter my weekly competitions. The prize this week is Judge Dredd, Brothers in Blood. This is big, and his extended family, Judge Rico. Was it DeMarco? This is basically the whole bunch of Dredd family thing there, which I just find interesting. I do. All you need to do with it, subscribe to the channel, subscribe in the comments, leave the hashtag Judge Rico, and leave a comment. It was also really helpful. Pain in the ass for me because I reply to them, but really helpful in terms of the channel growth. So thank you very much. I do very. Oh, something else I appreciate. Go check the video notes for my Indiegogo launching in about a week from today. It's two graphic novels. Is my hope to monetize the channel. I don't want to do memberships or do super chat. I just want to sell you things of value, which I think these two are. These two graphic novels are of value, and you get one of these stars if you're mailing list. There's going to be a ton of giveaways on launch night. Plus, there's going to be some really great deals that you'll be able to get to as long as you join the mailing list. You can be informed that way. So thank you very much for doing that. Fine. Let's have. Yeah, doink. Public image. How did Doctor Who perform on New Year's Day? Tom Spilbury has all the stats. Yeah. A little bit disingenuous. Now, yeah, I haven't read this. I've skimmed over. I haven't really read it. But they're going to say, well, TV. You know what that? Netflix. Oi, Lando, Netflix. No, TV audiences in general because they just make crap. Okay, that's why TV audiences are falling in general because every person in the entertainment industry wants to boringly lecture to you, and what they're boringly lecturing you is normally nonsense. Absolutely. Something like, can't call somebody a man just because they have a penis. Like, kind of can. Like, if you want to go with the science, kind of can. But I'm happy to. And I would say personally, I'm happy to call you whatever you bloody want. You want me to call you, Archduke, what was it, Archduke Ferdinand? I'll call you that. I don't mind. No skin off my nose. If you genuinely believe that you're a woman with a penis, I'll call you one. I might be wrong. I don't know. Oh man, I'm just darling. I'm telling you, it just looks like a sex toy to me. And again, you could just say rap, and you're right. I do. Um, but look at that. Does that look like a bit, helmet? I hate to be the one. I didn't do this. Okay, this was Christian or Matt. Oh, it's so black and sleek and sexy. Oh, yes. Calm down. Calm. Uh, Ratings are always funny things. Not really. Ratings are always I would say, a very good indication of how well you're doing. Right? It's a very good indication of it. If your ratings are low, you're doing badly. Right? If your ratings are high, you're doing well. Why is that? Because that means people want to watch your thing or don't want to watch, which is the freaking point. After all, this is a commercial form of entertainment. So ratings are funny things. Without context, they're just numbers. Really? Yeah, 2 and 2 equals 4. They're just numbers. Yeah, no, it's also reality, right? They're just how good is that? You might ask. Not unreasonably. And your answer is, well, it depends on your expectations, really. My expectations are that the BBC television that will the entirety of the viewing audience. Not every show has to appeal to everyone, but they should do shows that appeal to people this way and shows that appeal to people who think this way. Right now, they do shows that appeal to a tiny group of, and that is it. That is it, and that's why half the audience don't, half the country don't really agree with that. Clump of people that live on Twitter, and so they're canceling their license fee. So and they'll say, "Well, audience are falling in general. Try not making crap. Don't make crap, and you'll find you get more." How good is that? You might ask unreasonably. Well, it all depends on your expectation. Here's an example. Over Christmas, BBC One's Ghost special achieved 5.0 viewers. A terrific figure. Not really. By far the comedy's largest audience to date. Elsewhere, the Christmas Day episode of EastEnders was seen by 5.1. It was 3.5. I say that I must have jumped a lot in catch up, right? Although marginally higher than Ghost, it's disappointment by the soap standards. It is. I remember the days where EastEnders was getting 9, 10 million, 12 million, crazy numbers. But again, that's when they didn't turn every character trans or gay, right? And everybody had to sit 6 feet away from each other. I mean, I watched them a bit of their first. I didn't see that. Like a clip of their first episode when they came back after pandemic. And it just looked weird. They had Pete Bill and Sharon in the Queen Vic for 3 different tables apart. I was like, what are you doing? It just looks weird. But again, I haven't seen EastEnders for years and years. My guess is, being a straight white male, not something that is looked upon fondly in the EastEnders universe. EastEnders, although marketing it was disappointed by the show standards. EastEnders was only the 8th biggest show of Christmas Day, although it used to regularly did one of the highest TV ratings of the entire year. Furthermore, the Wolford drama was down almost 2 million on the previous number. So despite getting marginally lower raw numbers than EastEnders is a much more context is key. So so you're saying that that Doctor Who has also been equally right? That's what you want to say. No, this is a lengthy way of saying. I mean, look at the spin. Whoa, everything's doing badly. Even EastEnders. Whoa, yeah, okay. Everything's made by the same. That's why. That's why. It's not some magic. Not like Netflix has a secret in terms of BBC cancellationists. No, that's not what they do. It's just you make crap. You make garbage that nobody wants to bloody see, and amazingly, nobody's watching. Right? It's again, none of this is freaking rocket science, okay? Save me from overeducated idiots, because what they do, they use their overeducation to justify their freaking idiocy, which is what's going on here. With that in mind, let's turn our attention to the revolution of the Daleks. Oh, I'll tell you, this is equivalent to I would say a bit of a prison bloke from a Doctor Who magazine, from Tom Spilbery to Chris Chibnall. Yeah, he obviously has a debt to pay off there. Back in March 2020, the 13th Doctor's second series signed off with Doctor Who's lowest 7-day rating since 2005 return, 4.69 million. Viewers watched The Timeless Children within a week of transmission, barely enough of put the show inside the week's top 30. A few weeks earlier, Can You Hear Me and Haunting of Villa Oti became the first 21st century episodes to miss the top 30 altogether. Yes! Yeah, again, it takes a while to train the British. Hats off to you there over in Cardiff. You've trained the British public. They don't want to watch, right? They don't want to watch. And quite frankly, you had a terrible ratings when you had people locked in their homes, right? Locked in their homes with nothing to do. Honestly, they're coming. You know where it was coming? They're coming here. They're coming to YouTube. I did a video this week. Alan Yentok, former director of the BBC, said that, the BBC should turn its platform like YouTube. And he's so right, It made itself a social media platform. Okay, right? And then people trended on that, ended up on the TV, right? You wouldn't need to pay ridiculous fees to your ridiculous stuff, but then again, you'd like paying the ridiculous. You're the ones getting bloody ridiculous fees. Although Doctor Who's ratings in 2020 were perfectly decent. No, they weren't. Listen, context is everything, right? Context is everything, and they were a disaster in context. On par with BBC One Sunday Night Fancy Dramas Dark Materials. Again, people are not interested in watching the BBC, right? You've managed to alienate an entire nation that loved you. That's pretty bad. I think can you just stop for a second, BBC, and just go take 30 seconds. Think about that. Britain used to adore the idea of you being defunded was an affront, myself included, right? I would hate the idea. Now we can't wait to see it happen. Think for a second. Maybe it's not everybody else's, as you keep saying. Maybe it's your. There's no denying that's lost a little ground compared to various other shows. The season earned Doctor Who's lowest average rating since the show's comeback, but perhaps more crucially, it also averaged the lowest chart positions. Okay, listen, look, Tom, all this is what you're saying is true. You're going to get yourself cancelled by Cardiff. Listen, at least you buried it in the 5th paragraph. So it's with a certain amount of relief and like the public image can report, the Revolution of Daleks consolidated rating is 6.35 million. Much better than I thought it would be, right? I thought it would be in the mid-3. I really did. Much better than I thought it would be, but listen, don't start getting excited yet, okay? Firstly, again, ratings are a fantastic barometer of how well you. This was the best episode they've done, right? This was, and actually, apart from Jodie Whittaker in it, who's awful whenever she's like on screen, dynamite. She is the opposite of that. She's absolutely terrible. But other than that, the Daleks look pretty good. Captain Jack was in it. The Trumper-like was. I actually would rather see a series of him. He really. I think he's a much more fun character. If you're channel surfing or you're watching it for a few minutes, like on here and there, which is they only got to get you to watch it for 90 seconds on iPlayer to be considered a rating, right? And there were stretches of 5, 10, maybe even 15 minutes where it wasn't awful. right? And yeah, generally speaking, it looked fine. Normals will go, oh, that looks like Doctor Who. How fun, right? And again, ratings are a barometer of how well you. If you keep this way, you'll probably stay steady at around it. But I don't think you can do it, right? I don't think you have the talent because there was a lot of like gimmicks and tricks you had to put out to do. And listen, they're pulling out all the gimmicks and tricks they can that I've seen for season 13. They got to have Weeping Angels, Sontaran design, freaking awesome. Okay, that Sontaran design, I'm very, very happy with. Weeping Angel will probably be good, but they're probably going to do like an event of the week. They only got to do what 6 or 8 episodes. Yeah, how many? They're saying it's 8. It might go down. Rumor is a guy to go down to 6. I think I'll probably stay at 8, quite frankly. Who knows? But yeah, yeah, let's keep going. Donna's going to do a sequence who will watch within a week of transmission. It also got a really significant bump from iPlayer, the biggest bump in iPlayer that we've seen for ages. Why? Because it wasn't bad. I mean, it was, but it wasn't. It didn't look bad, right? It didn't look bad. If you're a normie watching it, it didn't look bad. So yeah, you had that going on, right? So yeah, a great barometer of how well you do. But I don't think they'll be able to sustain this for a season because they can't help falling into the Greta Thunberg. You can wreck planets or you can save them. Oh, I feel a bit socially awkward. They're not going to be able to resist doing that stuff, right? They just can't. They just can't bring themselves to not be obnoxious and stupid, right? So what will happen is the first time they do it, they'll start hemorrhaging down and down and down and down again. Probably, I think they're going to end up at a lower spot that they were at the end of season. But I see them dipping under. Right, that's likely. That's pretty likely. Viewers who watched Automation Week of making it the 10th most watched TV show of the week. Yeah, let's put YouTube numbers next to that. See how they're doing. That's Doctor Who, whose highest rating of the year. Spyfall Part 1 was 0.89, 8th in the chart, 12 months earlier, while 2019 special Resolution has 7.134 place a year before that. Yeah, it's crap, right? Once the Emperor's clothes are with the Emperor's new clothes, it's too late, right? Although Revolution of Dalek is admittedly the lowest rated Doctor Who special to date, yeah. It's the first one to dip below 7 million. Well, yes. Well, wait a minute. Spyfall Part 1 below 7 million. So, I don't know. The second one, I don't know what to tell you. In context, that's a rather good result. Really? Really? No, it's not. No, it's not. In context of everything you do is garbage on the channel, which is garbage. Yeah, okay. Fine. So, yeah. If you have, if you take a giant, go into your kitchen, stand on your desk, crouch down, crouch down and take a very, very big poo. You will find bits of that poo are less disgusting than other bits of. But it's all poo, baby. It's all poo. In context, that's rather a good result. No, it's not. You can see from the chart below just how few programs were ahead of the Doctor during the week, and by fairly small margins too. It's because the entirety of the entertainment industry has nothing but hatred and disdain for half the audience. That's why you're getting half the bloody viewing figures. None of this is complicated, right? None of it's complicated. And all you're like, oh, well, and we add 3, take off 2, and then divide. Oh no, the thing. No. You're making garbage. Stop it. So yeah. Bagging a place in the week's top 10 is still very much the exception for Doctor Who rather than the norm. Yeah, because garbage. With 860 episode transmitters, 96. Okay, now you just move the goalpost massively. Now you're bringing in all the classic Who as well. Oh, I wonder why. It's so transparent. And honestly, look, Tom, I got nothing against you. I got really nothing against you whatsoever. I'm sorry I'm making fun of you. I'm sorry I'm taking the piss, but you wrote this. You're fair game. I'm sorry. This is all just lies. I'm sorry. It's like media spin and lies. Revolution is a nice Jodie Whittaker episode to break into the upper echelons, drawing her level with the predecessor Peter Capaldi on the floor. So yeah, we're gonna compare light to light. Jodie Whittaker on a cushy, very very regular, solid Sunday night slot. She should be getting triple rating. Paldi, middle of the summer. She's the middle of the winter. You know, there's galefuls, winds and rain going outside. People will still not watch it. It's like, you know, they're locked in their homes. Nah, really, I'm fine. I'm fine. Yeah, I'll rather go out I'll rather go out into the pandemic than watch that. You know, yeah, yeah. Comparing her to Peter Capaldi, no, not at all. Sorry, and just had a bit of, you know, you would have so much more. David Tennant is the leader here with 25 top 10 appearances. Matt Smith married 17. William Hartnell 8, while John Purdy, Tom Baker, Crystal Exton did it. Okay. Now, I mean, really. So wait, how many times did she get into the top 10? It says here. 9 times. That's pretty good. Well, compared to David Tennant 25, and Matt Smith 17. Not very good. And again, Capaldi moved all around the schedules in the summer. No wonder. And everything got higher ratings, right? Because back then, the entirety of the TV landscape was endlessly lecturing you, right? We now reach a stage where TV viewing has become so fragmented that not many shows can regularly attract 6 or 7 million viewers. Why don't you try doing something good? That's just a wild experiment. You know, again, I use this as an example every freaking time. There's a Big Finish box set called Donna Noble Kidnapped, right? Which is four episodes of Donna Noble, right? And it's got a cameo from David Tennant. If the BBC just made that exactly like that and put it on, that will be getting 8 million. That will be getting 9 million. That will be, and it's not that. It's not, you know. It's like alt-right. It's just not lecturing into your face. It's a fun, engaging adventure with fun, engaging people, right? People who you like. It's not sour. I guarantee you that if you were crazy enough to make something that wasn't awful, people might want to. Right? You know, I'm just crazy enough to believe that. So yeah, listen, you can do it if you don't make something that's crap. Let alone it was 8 million that was commonplace in Doctor Who in 2005. I think we've answered this. There's been a slow but steady downward spiral for all of television. Yes, and we've addressed this, haven't we? Slow but steady downward spiral for all of television because you make garbage. However, if she can be pulling numbers like this out of the bag, she might just outlast her rivals. Oh, God. Oh, Tom. I think you're doing a little bit. Oh, there we go. Bit of dildo darling to end on. Dildo darlings. Somebody's got. Okay, someone's got to have them say that. That would be fantastic. My name is Cena Beckett, new Rabbi from another planet. Please like, share, and subscribe, and ring the little bell. Ring that little bell so you're notified when new videos drop.